Yo, 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 what is going on? We are back, episode 35 of the Off the Top Rope podcast. As always, I'm Chris, known as Southside Woodall on Twitter. One half the greatest tag team in the world. My partner, of course.
What up, though, my dogs? Your boy Barry. We are back, 35. Shout out KD. Shout out to 3.5. If you know, you know.
Yeah, actually, shout out KD for real, bro. I know this ain't a basketball podcast, but that shit y'all trying to put on my nigga name is disgusting, bro. And he one of them niggas that y'all gonna appreciate when he go on. That is one of the greatest scorers we've ever seen. Fuck you, Jabari Smith. Anyway, we are back. Unfortunately, we could not be here last week. Barry had to go cheer on the Pistons in the playoffs in Detroit. Completely understandable. So we did not get to do a crazy, review or overview of WrestleMania. But I did want to take some time today because I feel like we'd be doing a disservice if we did not at least talk about the main event of night two. Um,
I need a 5-star chick. I want a 5-star
yeah,
chick. I need a 5-star
shout out
chick.
to Roman Reigns for getting his first 5-star rating from Dave Meltzer. And if you watch that match and you have a set of eyes, you knew it was a 5 the entire moment you were in it. I'm talking about from entrances to the lockup to everything else. It was everything that not just wrestling, but WrestleMania is about. Um,
Also, shout out Punk. First, he got the 5-star with all three of the Shield members.
yeah, man. Hey, hey,
It's stamped.
what they be saying? What we do, what we do. But yeah, man. That is. I don't want. I won't say it's the greatest WrestleMania main event I've ever seen, but I can comfortably say like it's on the list.
Yeah, we'll have a talk. We'll have a talk next year.
Yeah, like like I don't want recency bias to cloud it, but like it's very good. It's on the list. It's an all timer. I'm sure it's something that like a lot of us will talk about 10, 20 years down the line as like one of our favorite WrestleMania matches. Um, and like we said like a couple weeks ago, Roman's WrestleMania catalog from 39 onward has been like very strong. This is one of the stronger ones. Like it's up there with the Cody matches at this point. So I was thoroughly impressed. Both of those men brought it. And congratulations to Roman Reigns on becoming world heavyweight champion, which we will definitely get into more a little bit later. Something else that happened during WrestleMania week, a couple days before, that I didn't see coming. MJF was squashed by Darby Allin, and Darby Allin became the AEW World Champion. My personal thoughts were, I'm not gonna lie, and I don't know if I've discussed this on here before, but I've definitely like discussed this with some friends and like a couple viewers of the show that like are actively in the AEW. I kind of felt like when Darby went to go climb Mount Everest, like that's when it should have been like, all right, bro, like you can't be a world champion in my company. Like it's cool that you got life goals and shit, but you want to go climb Mount Everest when like I'm trying to push you to be the champion of my company. No, I personally felt like the moment had passed. I still kind of feel that way.
Let me see when he climbed it. Let me see when that
It was
was.
last year because it was supposed to be. If you remember, this is like when the Death Rider stuff kind of got started, or like it was getting some heat, and it kind of seemed like,
Oh yeah, this was almost a year ago.
yeah. So it kind of seemed like Darby was supposed to be the savior and the one to like save AEW and all this other stuff. Never happened. Ended up being Hangman. Um, and I just felt like I said, I do feel like the moment passed, but I will say over the course of the last few weeks, I like what is going on because I do think MJF is going to get the belt back at Double or Nothing, which is at the end of May. But I like what they're doing. So far, he had last week he gave Tommaso Ciampa a AEW World Title match tonight.
Right.
Brody King, we are recording while AEW is on, so Brody King is getting the title match tonight. And
Great
next,
match, by the way, with Tommaso.
oh, exceptional. I don't know why people thought Tommaso couldn't still hoop. Sometimes you just got to realize the niggas that write SmackDown are idiots. But yeah, incredible match with those two. Getting the Brody King match tonight, which I have no doubt will be incredible. Um, Kevin Knight is supposed to get the winner of that match, but like I said, we assume it will be Darby. So yeah, I felt like the moment passed, but I don't know. I don't know if it's just me. I don't know if that's how everybody else felt, but that is what I felt.
It feels fresh to me because you look at, hey, WWE was supposed to be built like it's a different company from WWE. You know, most of the WWE champions are like these big, brawly guys. You know, your Romans, your Double H's, Andre the Giants. These been like these figures who are just like not normal. So for AEW to finally, I guess, put a guy on like a normal guy, like me and you, I guess, like a skinny guy, be world champion, to lead your company. It's cool. It's fresh. A little late, but it's in due time. I hope this continues. We see more. I don't want to say mid card guys, but more like less built physique type of guys.
I think I get what you mean. Like
not like
just
because like it's been heavy hitters like Jericho, Moxley, Swerve, MJF, Samoa Joe, all been like those are like those you see those look like world champions who can
Yep.
lead your company. So for them to put the belt on Darby, yeah, it's a little late, but I hope they do good with this. I trust AEW and they try to do stuff outside the box. So looking forward to see how this reign goes, and hopefully he keeps putting on good matches because that's really what's all that matters, man.
Amen to that. The unfortunate part of I guess being a fan of the Fed because it doesn't too much happen in AEW. Spring releases. And as with most releases, like some of the names surprise you, and some of the names you just look like, well, what the fuck? The entire YS6 was released. Zelina Vega and Aleister Black were released. Kairi Sane was released. Apollo was released, and many more names. Most on the developmental side, I believe.
And Motor City Machine Gun.
And the Motor City Machine Guns, dude. I think I was most taken aback by the fact that the entire YS6 was fired. But then, like, between really, yeah, the entire YS6 being fired was very shocking just because, like,
Had so much potential.
It had so much potential.
One of like the best, debuts like we've seen in a while.
Yeah.
So that kind of sucked.
But also, I just thought that like, and it kind of feels shitty to say, but I kind of thought the emotional bank of the act because of like the passing of Bray Wyatt was enough to keep them on the roster. That's what I thought. But outside of that, the Kairi Sane one was very like disappointing, and we saw them trying to like teeter around it on Raw without necessarily, well, the story they told, because Rhea and Io beat them last week, and the story they told was basically like she's so ashamed that she lost that she's not coming back. I'm like, okay, that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
And then the Aleister Black, and this is what sucks about the fact that we weren't here last week. So the original plans for Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton going towards WrestleMania was essentially the man on the phone or the man in Randy Orton's ear was going to be Aleister Black. And what was supposed to happen, and I don't know if this is dependent upon like the fact that Cody would have faced Drew McIntyre or whatever, but what was supposed to happen was Randy Orton and Aleister Black would go one-on-one at WrestleMania. Randy Orton would lose. Randy Orton would snap. Randy Orton would punt kick Cody in the head. How we go from, yeah, you're gonna be the catalyst for the main event program for the WWE champion to, yeah, we go ahead, head out, big dog. I don't get it. I really don't.
That's been like my big thing is sometimes you don't know who was running the ship. Is it TKO? Is it Hunter? And I feel like they still just can't come to agreements on certain stuff because that could have had potential. Like we saw the Aleister Black stuff backstage. He would like creep around. The story's right there. Aleister Black is like a master manipulator. He could pull that off. Zelina too. They had like great presentation, and then Randy. Like we've been wanting Randy to go evil for so long. That would have been like a perfect way to do it. And then the way they just flip with Pat McAfee and
it's so this is the second time in almost a year where the original plan comes out after they go through with whatever they decide to go through with, and we're like, what are you niggas doing? Like, remember WrestlePalooza, and they was like, yeah, like Cody said, like I should lose, and then niggas was like, nah, go ahead, win. And you go sell a head injury. This year is, it should be Aleister Black on the phone. TKO nigga said, who? Nah, put Pat McAfee on the phone. For what?
Then the phone really don't even make sense because they would run into each other backstage. So
Dog.
Yeah,
man. I just don't get it.
It's just
again, how you go from being a catalyst in the main event program to like, yeah, just go ahead and pack your bags, big dog. I don't know. And On top of that, I don't know where this nigga's gonna work because apparently he's not wanted back in AEW. And I don't want to say I could see why, but like from what I had read over the years, like once Triple H got the pin, so this is like 2022, it's 2026. It was like once Triple H got the pin, like this nigga did not want to be there no more. Like he was there way longer than he should have been. That nigga did not want to be there.
I think he did get a late release because of an injury. I think
it was partially the injury, but it was also like he had signed some super long contract at one point. Because you got to remember, and it's weird because both times that he's been fired from WWE has been like when he is either supposed to be in a prominent storyline or is in the midst of one. Mm-hmm. Like I remember during the pandemic, this nigga kicked Big E's face off in Monday morning. Like, yeah, we've come to terms with that. Like, what? I'm supposed to act like I didn't see that? So it's definitely disappointing. For all the performers that are choosing to still pursue pro wrestling or on the independents or wherever you may go, good luck to you. I think Luca Crucifino was the only one I saw that said he wouldn't be pursuing pro wrestling anymore after this. But regardless, we hope you land on your feet wherever you go. I will personally try to support as best I can. There's a lot of wrestling out here, man.
Yeah.
There's a lot of wrestling out here. But it's
sucks.
definitely disappointing.
Yeah, it just sucks because we went from having probably the best tag team match of all time last year, and that's half of them not even in the picture no more, or even like in the company no more. And
somebody posted there was like, bro, 50% of this picture doesn't.
Yeah, they're not working anymore. And then the way you just destroyed the Wyatt Six, it's just disappointing. Shout out to everybody, get back on your feet.
I think what's so crazy about the Wyatt Six thing is that, well, for one, you stuck them in like a half a year program with the MFTs, who outside of Solo kind of stink.
Let me get us started on that.
Before that, you had them in a program with Final Testament, also stinks. The American Made stuff was their first thing. That was really good. I don't get it. I don't know. And then it was like, in a way, you did kind of have them kill the tag team division. I don't want to put that on them, but that's what happened.
Yeah.
But towards literally the match they had the night before WrestleMania, all I saw was praise for it. And like, it seemed like people took a 180 on them. So I'm like, how do you just, like, what happened, bro?
Yeah, man. You still don't know. Because even though, did you see the clip of Road Dogg at WrestleMania? He was like,
oh, yeah, I saw I followed the guy that asked him the question.
Y'all not going to keep blaming me for this shit. Like,
yeah,
I'm
like,
going to just get up out of here, man. I'm wasting checks.
Yeah.
Shout out. Well, yeah, man. And then it's a lot because Motor City Machine Guns, one of the best tag teams of all time. Los Garzos is just, hey, man.
No, I think Los Garzos still work there. Santos got fired, though.
Yeah, but
after being injured. That one, so I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm up in arms about Santos Escobar, but remember a couple months ago when he was his contract expired and he was finna walk? And them niggas apparently threw him some big money deal and he came back. Then he worked AAA. Then he got injured again. Then they let him go. That's bullshit, bro. And apparently they won't let him use the PC while he's injured. Like, that's bullshit, bro. I'm sorry. Like, that is bullshit.
Yeah, man, it's a dirty game.
It is a dirty game. That shit is bullshit, bro. Like, I probably should be way more upset about the Motor City Machine Gun shit.
No, I am, though, because SmackDown was saved by the tag team division,
literally,
and you just got rid of them for who knows what reason. Maybe, I don't know. I just can't say. I don't know what it is because it's a layup. You just had all of them fight each other different times of the week, tag team, single matches. You had that stuff going on. It was putting on decent matches, like
quite literally a part of the best. Wait, SummerSlam was that just a ladder match or a TLC match as well?
That was the ladder match.
There was a SmackDown TLC.
Yeah,
I think SummerSlam was TLC as well. Or it might have been. Regardless, those are two of the greatest matches I've ever seen, and they were involved in both.
SmackDown was a TLC, and then SummerSlam was a ladder match.
Okay, yeah, those are two of the greatest TLC matches I've ever seen.
Yeah, two of the top 5 tag team title matches of all time, and y'all just was like, you know what? Let's just stop doing this. Let's just stop doing this.
Let's stop doing this. Fuck them. And now we got the no disrespect. No disrespect to Priest and R-Truth, but
yeah, man.
That's where the tag division is now. And you niggas still got Fraxium on the roster, and that's where the tag division is now. We don't, I just don't get it, bro.
Yeah.
I just don't get it. And it makes me scared for niggas who like. It makes me scared for niggas like Ilya Dragunov. It makes me scared for niggas like Carmelo Hayes. Because you can be the best part of a show, and these niggas can just say, "Hey, bro, like,
let's just cut it out.
let's just cut our loss." Like damn near everybody that was cut had so much to contribute to their respective shows. I think, specifically Aleister Black and Zelina, because SmackDown don't got a lot of heels right now.
Yeah, and he could easily been one of Truth's. I mean, easily been one of Trick's first title defenses because he's a heel. Like it's a layup.
I don't get it, man.
Yeah,
I don't get it. And
whoever was writing SmackDown,
you also got to remember this. This was funny. Aleister Black pinned Randy Orton like before WrestleMania or before Elimination Chamber, something like that.
Yeah, he did. I remember that.
Like, you got this nigga pinning the WrestleMania main eventer, and you can't figure some shit out to where you don't got to put his name on that list.
Yeah, it's just confusing. I'm scared for SmackDown because I heard they finna go back to 2 hours again. So who just?
Now, I won't say I'm scared for SmackDown because the call-ups, which we're going to get into, looks really good.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just like, I don't know, man. It is a very, I understand wrestling is very much a like shit or get off the pot business, but like, some of these people shouldn't, and you still let them go. Like, what are we doing? I don't know. Now, into the call-ups, there are some currently taking place. There are some that have taken place. And I'm going to just go through the list real quick. Sol Ruka did make her debut after the Raw after WrestleMania. She's finished in NXT. They had a last woman standing match, I believe. So she'll be full-time on Raw starting this next Monday. Joe Hendry debuted on Raw with a Joe Hendry concert. I was sports entertained. Although it might not be reading the room after you fired a bunch of niggas. Yes, I do want you to fire Logan Paul. Ethan Page debuted on the Raw after Mania. Looks to be in the Intercontinental Championship picture. Love it. Long overdue if you ask me. Ricky Saints is going to be debuting on SmackDown this week. Fatal Influence debuted on the SmackDown after Mania. Blake Monroe is to be determined, but I saw a tweet today. I believe she's going to SmackDown.
Okay. Yeah, those all fit perfect to me. Just Joe Hendry, get a red shirt. That's it.
Yeah. They did tell him that, like, you on Raw now. It's time to get you a red shirt. I agree. So I do want to ask, who do you think's made the biggest impact so far? And then what are we looking forward to from these call-ups?
Impact so far got to be Fatal Influence. That heat they got Friday was amazing. Like, I didn't think people would, like, recognize them that much and just boo them that much because it's kind of a disconnect from NXT to, like, the main shows. People don't usually be too much locked into them, especially them being on CW and Tuesday night. People kind of use that as, like, a break to get away from wrestling. But, hey, the heat was there. I just wanted them to make a Dallas Cowboy joke. That just would have been the perfect touch because you hit, like, Swerve. The heat was amazing. Probably going to be the top heels of SmackDown. Looking forward to it. Great match with Rhea. You know, I'm kind of glad they didn't have Rhea pin her. That probably would have, like, killed some momentum there. But, hey, you take out 5 of the top women on SmackDown, take out 3 legends, and then, you know, Rhea and Alexa Bliss. What more can you say, man? And then I'm excited to see what they do from there.
And it kind of, I was thinking about it. I was like, damn, why do it? I was like, well, one, Fort Worth is a pretty good crowd. But I was thinking to myself, I was like, damn, why do they have so much heat like this early? So I will say I do think it's gotten better in terms of like there being a disconnect between the NXT audience and like the main roster audience, just because like we've seen Oba, Trick, Javon get like crazy reactions. But it also like, it took me a second to like really think about it. I was like, damn, like they just ruined Paige first match back on TV. That's why these niggas are bad. Like it's good. It was actually smart. Whoever decided like, hey, we should like have these niggas like run through their shit, then come out here and run down Rhea was actually pretty smart. I'm not gonna lie. Cause I was like, why are they that mad, bro? And then I realized, I said, oh, this is Paige first time on TV.
Made the niggas so mad.
Yeah. So that was very well done. Like having them interrupt the tag team match. I think that was brilliantly done. But also, I was terrified that they were going to bring JC Jane up alone. And that would have been a mistake because that group itself is incredible. Even with I forgot her name. But the original Fatal Influence was Jasmine Nix. But the new one is Laney Reed. Laney Reed's been the replacement for Jasmine Nix for a while,
And they
but
got rid of Gigi, right? That ain't Gigi. Who's redhead girl?
it was Gigi. But that was
Yeah,
that was a while ago.
yeah.
But yeah, this iteration of Fatal Influence is incredible. I think, like I said, what they did was smart. Like, got heat on them immediately, and most importantly, like none of them were rattled, bro.
Hey, shout out HBK, man. he
Yeah,
getting them folks right, man.
Sean down there getting them folks ready for the moment. Um, I will co-sign that as well, though in terms of biggest impact. Just because that's the biggest splash we've seen out of all the call-ups. Now, obviously, Ricky's is still to come. Um, the Soul Ruka match on the Raw after Mania was like very good, but like I don't think anybody made a huge splash like Fatal Influence made. Like they let you know like we're not just here for the tag team division, but the women's champion. I see you, and that's what I want more of these factions to get back to. By the way, like more of the singles player being the singles player and the tag teams being the tag teams, bro. Like I feel like that was like one of my biggest problems with divisions. Like you niggas just fucking out here standing around while you know what I'm saying, Braun Breaker or Seth Rollins or somebody going to go get it. Like what are we doing?
You know what, guys? We should get the tag team titles. Yeah, you're like 3 months too late. Like,
Yeah, like
that should have been like the first thing y'all should have went for it.
that shit is crazy. But yeah, man,
I'm looking forward to Ricky on Friday. I think Ricky fits Smack.
oh,
I mean, Ricky fits SmackDown perfectly. Like,
I am so looking forward to Ricky just because. And it feels like it's been like a super long time since he's been. It's only been a year.
yeah, it's only been a year.
But it feels like it's been a super long time. And it'd just be like every time I feel like he should be called up, like they got him doing something else. I'm like, damn, bro, like bring this nigga up. But I'm excited.
And I hope they let Ricky be Ricky. How I don't know if you saw the I don't know if it was the Shawn Michaels documentary or like so they did some with NXT where it was Triple H and Shawn talking and they was like, yeah, I just let Trick write his own stuff. Cause
yeah, he's like I can't write. Oh, it was the interview with fuck, I forgot the company, but it's a magazine.
Okay,
I know what you're talking about.
Cause yeah, he was like, yeah, I let Trick be Trick. Like I don't write nothing
Yeah.
for him. So like, what the hell, are lemon pepper steppers? I don't know what that is. So I
Yeah.
hope they let Ricky.
And people took
the
offense
same
to that
leeway.
for some reason, which I didn't really understand.
Who knows, bro?
Because in my mind it was just, well, one, I will say this: that means you do need to get some other people who like look like Trick, talk like Trick, all that in a room or in the room, I should say.
Hello.
But also, that lets me know that like niggas know how to get the fuck out the way sometimes, bro. Like let the talent be the talent, and I have heard like more often than not, like that's what most of the talent love about Triple H, bro. He let them go out there and make their mistakes, whatever. He critiques and let them know what he thinks will work or won't work, but he gives them the freedom to do so, as opposed to like when Vince was in charge, like everything is like heavily scripted.
Yeah, man, you
like
suffer and suck attach.
Yeah, like unless you like five or six of the chosen, like you got to go out there and say verbatim what Vince tell you. You say like, no, bro. So yeah, I do hope, like you said, they let Ricky be Ricky. I have seen some on the internet say that they hope that they lean into Cody and Ricky's history, and maybe that like lends itself to like a friendship. Maybe it lends itself to a rivalry down the line. Absolutely, I do agree. I'm just excited. Yeah. I'm excited. And I think we talked about Blake Memorial being to be determined. And on the subject of Cody Rhodes, after a brutal WrestleMania main event, the nigga Randy Orton damn near tried to take his eye out, not intentionally, but had a fractured, I believe it was a fractured right orbital socket. They say he got some staples in his head. Triple H refused the eye patch on TV for whatever reason. What do you think is next? Because I don't know. The landscape of SmackDown is very confusing to me. I don't know what's next for Cody.
Yeah.
And if Randy Orton is legitimately banged up, I don't expect to see him for a while.
Yeah, I'm a little upset about that during the WrestleMania match. Of like they threw a little sprinkle of, oh, Randy might have hurt his back, and just like, bro, how? Like, why did y'all tell us this? Now it just kills momentum of the match. But we kind of got a little glimpse of the Monday of the Raw after Mania with him and CM Punk. So I guess we're finally getting this Punk versus Rhodes match. Hopefully sooner than later. Hope they don't wait till Mania. Hopefully that might be a SummerSlam match. We don't know. Like you, I'm a little confused because I don't know who the top guy is on SmackDown now. Randy, he might be hurt for real. You got Jacob on Raw now. who's gonna step up. Hopefully, this gives more opportunities for some other guys to make a name for themselves.
Yeah.
Maybe Ricky might step up. Kind of drawing a blank. Not gonna lie, you got Sammy still in the feud with Trick. He would have been a great opponent for Sammy for Cody coming up. You didn't cut some folks, so yeah.
I don't think he's working Backlash. I don't like the eye injury was bad.
Yeah.
Like he posted on Instagram, he was like he went to the doctor's office and they said, "Well, you're not gonna lose the eye." I said, "What?" I said, "It was ever that serious to where y'all had to figure out if he was gonna lose his eye? Like, what are we doing?" But
we already got Roman, Jacob,
yep.
Rhea, Oscar. Probably gonna have like a tag team match.
Got
Seth,
and Bron. Yep.
So yeah, you might one more match, and yeah. So yeah,
they lock in at 5. So
yeah, take a break, Cody. We ain't mad at you.
Yeah.
I just hope somebody steps up.
Yeah, I think this is a perfect time to kind of like reshuffle the division and figure out like what's going on, and if there's any, I guess signings or something we don't know about, we can figure that out. But I do think the immediate. Assuming he's not wrestling at Backlash and he's like cleared after that, because that will be like a month out from WrestleMania after Backlash, and I think there's
it's like it's like next week.
Yeah, because there's time between well, funny enough, May is loaded for them. So you got Backlash, you got Clash in Italy, then you got a Saturday night's main event either in between or after that. So May is kind of loaded for them. Assuming he's like cleared, good to go around May, I'd go ahead and go with the Sami Zayn thing. He did mention Sami Zayn by name in the promo when he said, like, I came on that Golden Boy gear in WrestleMania since that's what y'all would have called me. Like, and I'm glad he did that shit, by the way. But great entrance. I like the match better than others did. I'll speak to that for a second. I feel like the problem with the match is, one, they had to do so much in that match. They had to retcon the fact that Pat McAfee and Jelly Roll were involved. Mm-hmm. Instead of like going and telling the story that they were supposed to tell. So obviously they spent weeks doing that. Instead of building on the story that I thought they told in Madison Square Garden, which is what I saw in the match, which was if you remember, Stephanie told Cody, you got to think like Randy. You don't got to be him, but you got to think like him. You got to be willing to do what it takes to, beat him. And a lot of people are like, oh, that was a heel turn. No. I explain this to people on Twitter or wherever. This ain't a heel turn. Cody getting tired of niggas that's supposed to be his friends taking advantage of him. So he doing what he got to do. That's what I thought. But I understand why the context of the match was not received well because of all the extra shit that TKO decided to throw at this nigga. That's what I think. Now back to what I was saying. I would lean in on the Sami Zayn thing. Just because it's the most logical first step. Like I said, he addressed him by name in the promo. There was already some heat building between them prior to WrestleMania, just because
segments and the water slapping.
So I think that's the correct direction to go with that. We will see, but like I said, it's a good opportunity. I know we've kind of been joking because Raw has been getting like a lot of talent between like call-ups, returns, because we got the Street Profits back and all that. But to me, this is the perfect time to just like reshuffle, really reset SmackDown and let it like. And turn it into the show it needs to be. Like, I don't think all hope is lost for SmackDown. I think the biggest problem for SmackDown is, one, like obviously not enough heels, but two, also the Women's United States Championship picture. Which one, congratulations Tiffany Stratton, new U.S. champion, beat Julia. But it's the same thing we talked about last year. You got mid-card titles and you firing the mid-card, bro. What are we doing?
Yeah, I'm looking at the roster now. It's really nobody because you got Priest with Truth, KO's not there, Drew's not there, Jacob's on Raw now. Do you
at least for the time being?
I don't know if you make I would love them to build Ilya up as like a world title contender because even him in the Cody match would just.
They absolutely can do that. It is a choice.
That would be a crazy match. KO's not here. Do we give Matt Cardona some shine now? Who knows? Or is he stuck in the mid-card verse?
He probably is, but this may not be popular to say, but Matt Cardona is somebody who I would like you could make him upper mid-card fringe like main eventer, bro, if you really wanted to. Like and I ain't gonna say if you desperate, but like
I could I could do like a 3-week build up.
Yeah, like
That's
you
easy.
know what I'm saying.
That's a
Just
layup.
give him a shot.
Royce Keys, I feel like he's gonna be stuck in the solo universe.
God, I hope not. But it looks like it.
Said Sammy, please, solo. I'm sorry, don't really want you back in the main.
Yeah, no, we're
right there.
we're so done with solo main events.
Yeah, I mean that's the SmackDown roster right there. I mean,
yeah.
I'll
And with it going back to 2 hours, you know what I mean? I don't know.
So I guess that is something that can be on the bright side.
Yeah. So I definitely think they should consider that. We can move into Monday Night Raw unless I don't think anything else happened on SmackDown. I do want to give praise to Lil Yachty for sticking around post WrestleMania season. It does seem like the Trick Williams and Lil Yachty partnership is like a legitimate thing. And Yachty saying it on the mic is hilarious. He was like, "Yeah, you know this past WrestleMania, I'm still here." Yes, I do, Bo. Yes, I do, and I appreciate you because we just want celebrities that give a damn, bro. Yeah. At the end of the day. And I feel
shout out to Jelly Roll and Pat for reading the room.
Awesome. Yeah, I wish Pat would have read the room sooner.
I really don't think that was on him, man.
Nah, so initially they said he said no. And I guess he was persuaded, yeah. Because he know. So that's why I'm confused why he decided to say yes after all this time. Like bro, you should have no, I need to stay out of this.
Then I forgot about it. You had the man doing the draft coverage the next week. What did y'all think was going like?
Dude,
did y'all think he was gonna stick around until like miss the? I don't even know, man. Who's writing?
That WrestleMania build was very painful for me for several reasons. Because for one, it's a 20-year story. You don't need any of this shit.
It's a layup.
Two, I didn't buy any of that shit Pat McAfee was doing, bro. I don't buy this shit. You telling me this nigga killing the business when I heard you on the... I mean, I went live, but obviously I watched the back. You telling me this ain't killing the business, but I went to the WrestleMania that he won and heard you on the fucking microphone, glazing the grandstand. Like, what are we talking about? You can't make me buy that. On top of that, how you saying Elite is killing the business? It is making the most money it's ever made. I didn't know that's how you kill a business. I didn't know how you kill a business is getting niggas involved who don't need to be involved. So I just, yeah, I'm glad we're past it. I'm glad he read the room. Jelly Roll knew off top, bro. And it's funny because I think I had only seen Jelly Roll like maybe twice in that whole build prior to that WrestleMania match. And the parts in which he was used was like, it made sense to the context of the story. The way they shoved McAfee in made no sense, bro. So I couldn't get over it. Like it wasn't good. It wasn't good. It wasn't good. We can kind of, it's enough Bloodline theater and Raw for me to skip over that. And we'll start with that. So credit where credit is due. I said if Roman Reigns is going to be the World Heavyweight Champion, I want to see that belt on TV weekly. That is all I want. You tell a Bloodline fan on Twitter that you want Roman Reigns to show up to work, them niggas look at you like you committed a fucking hate crime, bro. Like, what do you mean he used to show up to work? He did. No, nigga, I want my world champion on TV. I don't think that's too much to ask for. I want my world champion to work Backlash. I don't think that's too much to ask for. So far, he's doing both. That is great. And we're going to get to the end of the show with him and Jacob when we get to the end of the show. But, man, so let me say this. I ain't never going to fault nobody for putting their family on, putting their people in higher places in good position, and all this other shit. But when do we stop reheating our own nachos, man? Here's what I don't get. Why is Jey Uso... Why in the fall did I watch Jey Uso go around and tell niggas I'm not Roman Reigns and I'm not this and I'm not that, and stop telling me, I sound like Roman Reigns, just for you to get on the pre-show vignette, cold open, whatever the fuck, and y'all sitting there at a table like you in the Bat Cave, nigga. You need to handle that, Oos. Nigga sound just like he did in 2023 when he was riding his nigga coattail.
Go get him, Joe. Go get him, Joe.
You need to handle that, Oos. my tribal chief. I need. What are we doing, bro? I try to blame the appropriate parties when it's right, and this don't feel like a Triple H decision to me, because the past few years I've watched Roman Reigns when he doesn't have that belt, almost everything revolves around his family or Paul Heyman. Once again, I want to be clear. The issue is not with him facing Jacob Fatu. I've wanted to see that match for a long time, and we will get to that part when we get to that part. But my issue is, here, you just ran a great pro wrestling program, not cinema, none of that. Pro wrestling program in the build to WrestleMania. And you see it works, you see it's effective, you had a great match. Why are we so quick to run back to fucking Bloodline Cinema? And on top of that, if you want to be truthful, you and your cousins weren't even the best part of it. The best part of Bloodline Cinema, or what arguably started Bloodline Cinema, was Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn on SmackDown, bro. And I am almost positive he's not coming back to that story. There's no reason for him to. It doesn't make sense. Just like it doesn't make sense for Jimmy and Jay to be running back to this nigga now. Logan Paul and Austin Theory are running around with y'all tag team titles, but you want to run back to Cousin Joe? Like,
they completely just retcon the whole tag team title.
I don't get it. I really don't get it. And on top of that, you pin these niggas at WrestleMania. When you ask for a rematch, you just go let the Street Profits come to your show and just, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, this is our shit now. Like, what are we doing, bro? I don't get it. I don't understand. Does it draw money because, and I'm not saying this is you, but there's a subsection of like Twitter and Roman Reigns fans who are brainwashed to where like it's cinema, bro. It's like CM Punk said. The marquee says wrestling, nigga. We don't got to keep doing this. You showed at WrestleMania that you don't have to do this, bro. Like, I don't get it. Why? Help me understand as a Roman Reigns fan why we're doing this.
I really don't. Man, I'm guessing Roman is just tied with the dramatics of keeping us entertained on a week-to-week basis where it has to be theatrics, I guess. You know, I think of like, well, I'm trying to see. I think of like, you know, the Rikishi Rock stuff of running somebody over. You think of like the Hunter and Shawn Michaels program of, you know, who beat up who and like the mystery stuff. So I'm guessing it's trying to keep things on a week-to-week basis of keeping us entertained as fans. That's really all I got. Because it's like it's like it's entertaining, yes, but like you said, to a point, it's like, all right, y'all, we like, is it still gonna be the same thing? Are we still gonna have Jay borderline crash out? Is Jimmy still gonna be the voice of reasoning? Is it gonna be family, like my family, like my family? Even bringing Jacob in is like, I want what you have. Who's like, I want the cars.
No, listen. Jacob's why makes perfect sense.
Yeah, it makes sense, but it just like, I don't want to say it's predictable because I ain't gonna lie. What was it? I think Monday morning I was talking to my coworker. I said Jacob's promo word for word verbatim. He was like, "You should probably write Raw." I said, "I probably should because it's like it's just too like it's just simple." So I'm guessing the theatrics is what Roman's bag is trying to get into, that he trying to make things be super dramatic and super entertaining. So I can't really be too mad at him. But like you said, man, it's getting
it's getting what I would say is
we need real food. We don't the nachos getting heated up over and over again, like the cheese.
And again, I'm not gonna fault the nigga for putting his family on, none of that. Like, you should always do that because it's people who put less qualified people in the real world. It's people who put less qualified people in positions they shouldn't be in just because they're family. So I understand that, but like, I don't know, man. And also I will acknowledge that when you have put in the amount of work that Roman Reigns has put in and going through the amount of suffering that he has as far as booking when you're supposed to be the top guy and all this other shit, you have the right to do things the way you want to.
Especially his like getting fed dog food and
yeah, like you absolutely have the right to do what you want to. But like, at what point do you look at the shit you're doing versus what everybody else is doing and how that's received, bro? Like, I don't know.
but it's the first setup, so hopefully it gets better and they change it up. You know,
Yeah, we'll
whatever happens at Backlash, hopefully they switch up some of the stuff because
it feels like the Jacob program is just like a start. Because again, he is supposed to be full time. It feels like the Jacob program is just a starter right now, so we'll see. Now into a less cinema like program and some real pro wrestling shit. Seth Rollins and Bron Breakker happening about a month later than we expected it. You know, both men are finally cleared. Both men are finally back on TV. Oh my God. I enjoyed watching the promo. I never necessarily thought of Bron as a promo guy. He has had some good promos where he said some things and I was moved. But this one felt like, and it's weird to say this considering he faced CM Punk like in January. But this feels like it was the real test for him. Like, Seth Rollins was throwing some haymakers in that promo, bro. Like, you're not the second best Steiner in your family. And then, like, I didn't understand why they were running away from this. Because I remember when he faced CM Punk, they was like, yeah, this is his first world title opportunity. Seth Rollins was the first nigga to give Bron Breakker a world title opportunity, by the way. He went down to NXT.
Oh, yeah. You know, like I said, they maybe wear kind of NXT, man. Stuff.
Yeah, so I was a little confused. But essentially, like, he let it. Bron tells Seth Rollins that, you know, I was sitting behind you and yeah, the impression was spot on. Like, I keep telling people, when he leaned into that Steiner shit, it's amazing. But he's telling Rollins, like, you know, the reason, you know, I sat behind you and, like, got nothing from this. The only reason me and you were standing here and the only reason I even joined you is for him, pointing to Paul Heyman, of course. And Seth tells him, like, you never needed this thing. Like, I came down to NXT, said I wanted to face the best. Shawn Michaels told me it's you. Paul Heyman asked me for somebody to join the division, and I said, hell yeah, give me Bron Breakker. And all this other stuff. Like, letting them know, like, you never needed this nigga, but also, like, if that's your why, like, you're dumb as fuck, and, like, you gonna have to die behind this shit, basically. Oh, I'm trying to remember, like, Bron's lines, but, like, for the most part, I would just say I feel like in a sink or swim situation, I do feel like he swam.
He delivers when it's needed to deliver, man, because people kind of skeptical on his promo skills.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm a little skeptical of the spear stuff now. It's getting kind of sloppy, not gonna lie. I wish they would just stick to a regular spear, not a front flip. You know what I'm saying?
I think they're just trying to kind of lean into the freak athlete portion of it, which I think is okay.
Yeah.
So I think me and you, for the most part, we don't suffer from the same fatigue that, like, a lot of other people do when it comes to wrestlers.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm not suffering from Bron Breakker fatigue. I think the biggest issue, however, is you need to get him away from those other two goofs in the division. You know, until Bronson Reed come back, then you can figure something out. But, like, this nigga hanging around Logan Paul and Austin Theory?
Yeah.
Nah, I'm good. The Paul Heyman shit, that moves me a little bit. That works.
That can work because at least Bron has more personality than, say, you know, Brock, Cesaro,
Mm-hmm.
Swagger. Was he with Swagger? What?
Nah, you went with Swagger.
What am I thinking about? Well, other Paul Heyman guys.
Yeah, dude, Mike McGillicuddy.
Yeah. Like,
what a pull, Mike McGillicuddy. But yeah, I get what you're saying. More personality than those guys.
Yeah,
and eventually he's gonna be able to walk on his own. He's not gonna need Paul. I don't know when that's gonna be, but, like, we're getting to a point where he might not need him. He's still young. He's still fresh. Like, another one of those wrestlers that is our age. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't like it's over him. But when I see people on the internet, like, people tried to act like the promo wasn't good. Like, they flat out tried to act like it wasn't good, and I can't do that.
Yeah,
I can.
We've definitely seen worse.
Yeah. No, it's weird because no matter how much no matter how much I dislike a wrestler, I am always able to give them credit where it is due. And this is not particularly for Bron Breakker. I'm just saying that I feel like that is how people should move in general.
Yeah.
No matter how much you dislike a wrestler, if something is good, something is good. I don't necessarily full on love Roman Reigns, but I'm not going to sit here and say Roman Reigns carried CM Punk to the main event of WrestleMania or vice versa. That didn't happen. Both of those two had a good match. Bron Breakker was not dog walked in this promo. It didn't suck. He was great. He was great when he needed to be. So I don't get why I don't get how people could do that. I think it's just because I don't suffer from the same level of fatigue with wrestlers as some people do, and I try to look at stuff from a more logical standpoint.
Yeah.
But I didn't come away from that promo on Monday feeling like, damn, like
Not this again.
yeah, like I didn't come away feeling like that. And then also like, and I feel like people are trying to do it because they see like how fast Oba has gotten to the top. They're like, yeah, Oba done took this nigga chain. Now he's just another guy. Like, what are we talking about? Stop, bro. Because you'll complain that a company doesn't build new stars, and when they do it, like, this is how you treat
Y'all
it.
just
like,
give up on it.
Yeah, y'all just give up, bro. Like, I don't get it. Io Sky versus Becky Lynch for the Intercontinental Championship.
We love good free hoops.
Oh my god. I love free hoops, dog. Oh, incredible match. So I know they worked briefly together during the WrestleMania 39 season and a little bit after that, but I can't remember if like this is their first one-on-one outing or not. It might be like first or second. I don't know, but incredible hoop, dog. Incredible hoop. 10 out of 10, no notes. Io Sky has, always confirms what we know is, and
best
that
in
is
the world,
best in the world, regardless of gender.
How dare you leave out? Who cares, bro? Just
dog. Absolute fucking hooper.
Who's
bro.
writing this stuff, man?
I love her. I love her. She's a hooper. Speaking of Io, I don't know if they're together, but I should have thrown this in earlier when we were talking about call-ups and all this other stuff. When the Hoopers get snatched from NXT, Shawn Michaels is entitled with one job, and that's to get some more Hoopers. Don't know if we would describe Evil as a Hooper, but Evil has been signed to NXT. Will Cruz, who is an independent wrestler, Fat Boy's back outside, man.
Hey, man. Shout out to the shirt, too, man.
He hit that move, saw and pulled the jacket down.
Hey, man.
Shout out to him.
Tavion Heights, that was
Tavion Heights getting the resurgence was cool. Lizzie Rain, did you see the finisher, dog?
Listen, I ain't gonna lie. The first stuff I was like, I'm not really into this, like a little whole rock star, because NXT when they do like certain character gimmicks, it's just for like entertainment stuff. But hey, Hooper,
dog, I'm so moved by that finisher, dog.
Yeah.
Like
first I thought the arm. The corner move. I thought that was finished. I was like, what?
Oh yeah, the uppercut. Yeah.
Then I seen the step up. I said, whoa, wait a minute, wait a fucking minute. This works. But hey, man, y'all keep saying the same thing every year, man. Who's gonna watch NXT, bro? Sean know what he doing, man. The best. He's the best for a reason, man. We gonna be entertained. Yesterday, this ain't no NXT 2.0 with Bron, Carmelo, Trick, and all of them. Tony D. That they was just young guys who can't do nothing. But now look at us now. So
hey, yo, speaking of Tony D, bro.
Don't even get me started, man. Don't.
Tony, I know they probably kept you down there because Triple H told Sean, like, hey, bro, we ain't doing that Mafia gimmick on the main roster. You need to find some other shit for him to do. But you got a lot to fuck in, my nigga. Braun Breaker on the main roster. Carmelo Hayes on the main roster. Trick Williams on the main roster.
Yo, you know what I'm saying?
Ilya on the main roster. Like, I be calling niggas NXT super seniors. I don't know what to call you no more. That's where we are. That's where we are, my nigga. I don't know what to call you anymore.
What they call folks who walk around on campus who don't go to school there?
Locals. You an Orlando local right now, bro. You got to figure some shit out, man.
What time you got class? I just walk around. Why you got a backpack?
Obviously, Ricky's a more experienced wrestler than you, but he got there last year. He on the main, like Oba on the main. What are you doing, bro? What the fuck are you doing? When does it end?
I'm glad old boy read the room. Like, you know what, guys? If I can't be a Mafia member, maybe I just don't need to be a professional wrestler. So.
Yeah, no. Oh yeah, facts. Yeah, man. We gotta do something about that. But back into Monday Night Raw. Stephanie Vaquero was written off of TV. They're saying it's an 8. Yo, Ricochet doing a back. I'm sorry. Ricochet doing a backflip over Chris Jericho's body after they just attacked him is crazy. There's no reason for you to do that shit.
Carl Farmer.
Chris Jericho, you gotta wake up and get a gun, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. Stephanie Vaquero was written off of TV. They're saying it's an AC sprain. Yeah. So she's been written off for the foreseeable future.
Another thing I was kind of mad about with that, they said that was the reason that they her and Liv match was rushed because one of them was hurt or both of them was hurt, so they had to like kind of sucked about that because both of them deserved a good
Yeah,
15 minutes at least. So
I was saying, and clearly Stephanie was the hurt one because Liv went out there with a sole rookie and that shit banged, nigga.
yeah,
That shit fucking banged. So that was definitely disappointing, like you said. But well wishes to Stephanie, obviously. Get well soon. Huge part of the Monday Night Raw roster, one of the better parts of the women's division as a whole. We might have another impending split in the Judgment Day. And obviously that sounds crazy to say because it took us like 3 years to get to Dominic and Finn Balor. We got that. But Roxanne and Liv kind of continued the conversation they were trying to have before, Stephanie bonked their heads together and made the craziest sound I've ever heard.
Real Looney Tunes.
Dude, I watched that video back like 2 or 3 times. Like, bro, that's not supposed to happen.
I was low key scared. Like, oh, we're gonna have to...
I was like, oh my God. Like,
it's gonna be a pivot.
Like WrestleMania is compromised now. Like, what the fuck? But they continued the conversation that we're having, and essentially, if you've been here for a year or so, you know the lore, which is essentially Finn recruited Roxanne into the Judgment Day. And initially, before Liv got injured, it seemed like Finn was kind of trying to stage a coup with the Judgment Day to kind of get Dom and Liv out of there, bring Roxanne in. Obviously, JD was his guy, and you already had Raquel, and Raquel would have had to make the choice, whatever. So Liv essentially is kind of just like questioning her allegiance to the Judgment Day. Roxanne lets her know that she's, loyal to the Judgment Day at the end of the day. But then we see some hesitance when they're about to go out there for the match, and she's like, yeah, let me just, I need to stay back for a minute. Finn's hiding in the clubhouse, and he lets her know, like, hey, can't trust these niggas. I'm interested to see your thoughts. Like, well, for one, ideally, when would you like this split to come? Let's start with that.
As a Roxanne stan who's been there since NXT, rather sooner than later, because Roxanne is she's in tier 1 to me, one of those in-ring capabilities on the women's division, because she could go. If you watch her NXT stuff, she's amazing. She's been around the business for a while. Shout out Booker T, Reality of Wrestling. She was down there with them. Her and Liv will put on a match of the year candidate if you let them two go. Storyline wise, I was team Liv versus Raquel versus Roxanne, because that just made sense. Because now you have Raquel fight Stephanie. She can't beat Stephanie. Then Liv comes in, beats Stephanie. Okay, now I feel like I should get a chance now, because if you my homegirl, you should look out for me, right? Like, You feel what I'm saying? And then Roxanne just be under their wing for so long, she should be like, yo, I deserve a chance. And like I said, Roxanne can go. You just kind of, I don't want to say wasting her time, but she's been taking some L's for the team. It's time to give her a shot now. So as a personal fan, ASAP, not Backlash. Maybe whatever's at the Backlash, I would have Clash. Clash. Yeah. But you know how Hunter does. We're trying to tell these long stories, so it might take a minute.
I ain't gonna say I'm not gonna say SummerSlam. I would say, there is a pay-per-view in June, Night of Champions. June at the latest, I think. I don't know how it comes. Because if we're being real, I wouldn't have had Finn Balor pull out the demon if he wasn't gonna be done with Judgment Day. That's my personal preference. Much like Hell in a Cell, I feel the same way about the demon. Like, when you do shit like that, it needs to be the end all be all. You need to not interact with this nigga for a couple of months.
And the 3 Days of Hell match. Just saying.
Yeah, like
just saying.
Yeah, like you don't need to be interacting for a couple of months. They didn't take that route, so I do personally believe, like, you figure out some way to do it in June, because clearly, like I said, Finn and Dominic isn't over. Do it in June. You get Roxanne out of there.
Did we have anybody coming up, women's on the Raw? Because I'm trying to think who Liv could face in our next.
I think you run the Soul Ruka thing back, honestly.
It
didn't have a conclusive, or it had a conclusive finish, but if I recall, like, there was interference. Yeah, on behalf of, there was interference from the Judgment Day. So I would definitely run that back, maybe with no interference or whatever. It's a good enough match to be on the pay-per-view, if you ask me.
Yeah.
So I would do that.
Makes Soul look good.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not going to lie. I don't, you know what the biggest question mark is for me? It's not even the World Championship, because I think they can figure that out. But what I think I'm kind of past like Becky elevating people now. Like I'd love to see her like back in like the big picture.
Yeah, the top tier.
But it seems like she's still doing the heel thing, so I don't know how long that's gonna necessarily hold up. And what else? So yeah, I would do any potential split in June.
Mm-hmm.
From there, you can I think potentially wrap up Finn and Dominic, and then do a mixed tag with that, wrap that up, and then eventually you can get to like Roxanne and Liv, maybe at SummerSlam.
Yeah, that would be great showing for her.
Yeah, so I think that would be the perfect timeline for it for me. Also, Laredo, Texas, that's where she's from. But take a bow, like what? We want Roxy, like it's like I know she's from there, but like hearing the reaction, I was like, damn, like niggas is live, like niggas is live.
Shout out to having a good crowd, man. Makes a huge difference, man.
But like for the most part, Texas wrestling crowds are like very good. Like sometimes Houston is some bullshit, but like Fort Worth and like Laredo, very good wrestling cities. Not mad at it. And our guy, who at this point in time, as far as we know, has retired, Brock Lesnar. Oba Femi.
The price of the brick is up.
The price of the brick is indeed up. Only said a few words the night after WrestleMania, and it was very apparent. It was all that needed to be said, really. It could have been said without it being said. The ruler is here. Runs through Grayson Waller this week. And he says after the match, like, hey, man, niggas clearly around here, doing other shit. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm starting up the Oba Femi Open Challenge. If anybody want to come and get it, come and get it. And of course, the immediate internet reaction is, man, they don't know what they doing with Oba, bro. Why is this what he doing after he faced Brock Lesnar? Shut up.
Like you said earlier, man, you can't really watch this from a certain point of eye, man. You just gotta enjoy stuff, man.
Yeah, like I'm not worried about that. I know where Oba's path is headed. We doing some King of the Ring. I mean, we doing some filler. We doing some King of the Ring in the summer. We bringing it to OTC doorstep. We getting that belt. But the Oba Femi Open Challenge interests me for several reasons, because there is one name I immediately thought of, but I want to, before I do that, I'm gonna let you list off yours, and we'll see if.
I think we might be talking about the same person. The guy who gets respect around here. We respect a good beer drinker, if you know what I mean. So, but let me try to look at some other names. Dang, I don't got Bronson out here no more. It would be so cool if they just went like. That they just like went away from like the Lost Americano stuff. Just had like Pete Dunne come out there and just fight. But that would be an amazing match. I'm trying to think, maybe Ivar or
yeah, that would be. They did have a good one in NXT. Ivar would be good.
They could run that back. Maybe one of the Creed guys. That would be a great match. I'm trying to look at some more guys. Hell, Otis. I don't know if
Otis would be nice.
Otis would be nice. They had a great match.
Chad coming out that mask at the end of May. So
yeah, that would be good. That's a great. Maybe some NXT guys. I don't know if you could really.
Yeah, like I don't think it should be brand exclusive, honestly. But I don't. While I'll say this, I don't mind him occasionally like running through some people as like filler. Mm-hmm. But eventually I wanted to kind of get to a place where, so let's say we maybe do like 2 or 3 weeks of this Oba Femi challenge, and maybe like on that 3rd/4th week, we get like a real challenger. The real challenger I don't know where he is. Read an interview today. He said, his shoulder was kind of bothering him, so he had to get it taken care of. But Sheamus, man. Can I get a Sheamus and Oba Femi series, bro? And I ain't saying Sheamus got to win none of them, because really I don't want Oba Femi to lose.
Yeah, for real.
I don't want him to lose until
5 years.
Yeah, for another year or so. 5 years, whatever.
Great Goldberg's record, goddammit.
Yeah, that's where I'm really at with it. But A Sheamus or Obafemi match moves me so much.
For free too, like
for on free television, because you know these niggas is cowards and might not put it on a premium live event. Fucking moves me. All this one, it might be controversial just because I am unclear on what the plans are for him post WrestleMania as well. But I wouldn't mind seeing Gunther and Obafemi. But if, I understand if it's too early to go to the well on that.
Them, they gonna try to drag that out to like
WrestleMania
50.
Hey, I will say this: that is,
did we get to 45? Yeah, we're closer to 45. Yeah.
I will say this: while I don't always lean towards WWE should wait for big shows to happen to do like big things, I would not burn that match unless it is on Royal Rumble, Survivor Series weekend, WrestleMania weekend, and I'll say Elimination Chamber weekend because that's considered a big show at this point as well. I would not burn that shit anytime sooner than that, bro. It'd be malpractice.
Yeah, that match, then him and Bron, that you got to hold that off.
I think there's a lot. I think there's a lot there with him and Bron, just like I think there's a lot there with him and Gunther, because to me, the very obvious angle you can run with him and Gunther, besides like Gunther thinking he's the best, is like, I'm the career killer around this bitch, not you. The Bron thing is very obviously like,
this is the future. Like,
yeah, we're the future, but also like, we were supposed to score off 1 and 2 in the Rumble, and like, got lucky, and this nigga Seth Rollins fucked me over. Like, it's a lot of it's some good story to tell in that, bro. So I do hope to see that. And I wouldn't mind because we said we don't want it to be brand exclusive.
I'm checking which SmackDown got.
Carmelo Hayes or Ilya Dragunov.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Even if it's just a one-off. My biggest thing is all of these don't have to be squashes. They can be lots.
They can be good matches.
Yeah, they can be good matches, but all of them don't got to be like him running through Kid Wilson or Grayson Waller. Like, give me a good match out of it.
I'll take him versus Axiom or Nathan Frazier. Like that would be
cool.
That'd be crazy.
There's one more. I feel like there's one like really obvious one I may be missing.
It was one of your tweets. Somebody put it on there. I can't think who it was though, because it was Sheamus and somebody else who was like a baller. Can't really matter. I can't think of it.
God, I miss Kevin Owens because that would be a crazy match.
That's what we missing for SmackDown too, because him and Cody right now would be like perfect.
I don't think I can. I'm trying to scroll right through I don't know if I'm missing anybody, man. I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it for right now because we did kind of see him and Rusev too.
Yeah, that was a good match.
Yeah, if it comes to us, we can come back to it. We return to the OTC in the Jacob Fatu rivalry. However, damn, maybe I do got a problem with Roman Reigns. What the fuck? I just started thinking about his promo. Was not a fan of and I don't know if I'm confusing Roman Reigns the character and like the person or versus like what he said on Pat McAfee and all this other shit a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, I'm kind of confused. The internet stuff is
like it's bleeding in, so I don't want to unfairly criticize it.
I'm trying to,
because I know Roman Reigns' character is a gaslighter and all this other shit. But in the same breath, like I'm hearing him like talking about the world title and shit, and I'm just like, are you for real right now? First and foremost, he says like they made this title to steal my shine. No, Roman. They made that title because it's 10 niggas on the roster who could be world champion, and you going on vacation immediately after WrestleMania. That's why they made the belt. Talk about it stealing your shine. No, nigga, like what? On top of that, Barry, you want to remind me who was Universal Champion majority of the time while that belt was a thing? Did they make that belt for you to steal shine from the WWE champion, my nigga? Like, let me know. Let me know. But yeah, I thought that was the most egregious thing I heard. Yeah, they made this steal my shine. No, bro. You have to show up to work. Niggas want champions to show up to work. Shocker. I'm sorry. Niggas want their world champion at work, so they had to do something about it. He also said he made the belt. And this is why Seth Rollins be stomping your fucking head in with 2 feet. Because no, you didn't. Seth Rollins worked very hard to make that belt. I don't give a fuck what you're talking about.
He made it really the first day like that. What was that? Night of Champions or Crown?
Literally.
Crown Jewel. It just felt like the right way to do it.
But AJ Styles made that shit in the match for it when it was still vacant. Like, come on, bro. But then also, like, he saying I made the title relevant and all this other stuff. And then I'm thinking on the very short list of world champions. And I'm saying to myself, you got your cousin sitting next to you at the top of the hour when the show come on. And you talking about you made the belt. And this shit wasn't relevant. So you ain't give a fuck when this nigga won it from Gunther last year? That shit didn't matter? Because it wasn't you? Like, I thought that, I'm not some super Jey Uso fan or whatever. I can acknowledge it was an experiment that didn't necessarily work out. But that's your cousin. That's your family.
He did that too. But he said something to Jacob last week about like, yeah, when you hold the title, some people can't live up to it. It just was like, y'all gonna cut this
nigga.
Y'all gonna Jay is standing right there. Like, y'all not see him. Like,
my nigga, like,
I don't.
Now, if that's building to something, which I don't want to see again, by the way, if it's building to some story between him and Jay down the line with him clearly disrespecting the fuck out of Jay being a world title holder, cool. But in the moment,
no,
that shit is so ignorant, dog. Like, you sitting here talking, y'all sitting here holding hands, the first family, and last week is I missed this. I missed when we were all together.
We were like,
you miss disrespecting this nigga? Cause that's what you just did. You just outright disrespected everything. I don't care how me, you, and the niggas on the internet perceived it. You disrespected everything your cousin did holding that belt.
In front of him.
In front of him. In front of him in the same building he was in. And maybe that's why he ain't come out and help. We gonna get to that. But maybe that's why he ain't come out and help. But that's what I'm saying. Maybe I need to better separate Roman Reigns, the character, and Roman Reigns in like real life or whatever. But it's hard to do that because when he does make these appearances on TV, he is very much speaking as Roman Reigns and not Joe. So I don't know, bro. But I thought it was I thought that part of the promo was bullshit. But also, and Jacob was right to do what he did. Who are you to tell me I don't deserve this shit, bro?
Yes, sir.
I think I texted y'all. I texted somebody like right when Jacob started choking this nigga. I said, bro, like, my nigga, I just went through hell with Drew McIntyre. He tried to kill me. You gonna tell me I don't deserve a world title? Drew McIntyre dragged this nigga through a windshield.
They fell off
the side of a building. Nigga went through an unsanctioned match at WrestleMania. Nigga got for all he know, he got his teeth kicked in by Drew McIntyre and missed months and missed the opportunity at a world title. Again, we know who did it if they don't fucking drop the story. But
do we even know who did it? Do they know who did it?
I swear to God, if they don't listen. Anyway, imagine you go through all that and your cousin sit there, first off trying to little bro you and shit, but then he sit there and tell you like, man, you don't deserve this shit. I'm not giving it to you because you don't deserve it. Hey, man. Jacob had to remind that nigga why he was a criminal. Jacob had to remind that nigga why he was a criminal. How dare you tell me I don't deserve some shit when I damn near almost... In kayfabe, I almost died to get to this point. In kayfabe, Jacob almost fucking died to get to the point to talk to Roman Reigns to even tell him he want to be a world champion. And you go sit here and tell me I don't deserve it? Go to hell, nigga.
I want my kids to have nice stuff too. Like, damn, they can't.
Dog. I just... Like I said, Roman Reigns' character is a gaslighter and a manipulator and all this other shit. So it works.
And it's kind of entertaining, but
nigga,
we just gotta be for real. Just for 2 seconds, we just gotta be for real.
Man, listen, bro. I just can't imagine. I cannot imagine going through all that just to like get to the end. and my family member just like, yeah, you don't deserve this shit, bro. Like, I'm cool. I don't want to do it. You don't deserve it.
You deserve it. You just got to get in line with me first. You just got to.
Yeah, like, Jacob was right. No, bitch, die. I'm gonna get the fucking belt. Die. And then he's doing he pulled that shit he pulled on CM Punk too, talking about some like, yeah, Solo can't deliver a cup of coffee around this bitch. We're like, what he said? Solo can't get. He said because like, Jacob told him like, Jay ain't called me, Jimmy ain't called me, you ain't called me. Solo call. He talking about Solo can't even get a cup of coffee delivered around here, nigga. I signed off for that. Stop, fucking stop, bro. Like.
Oh my gosh, man. Hey, man.
Again, Jacob was right to do what he did, bro. Because who the fuck do you think you're talking to?
Hey, man. Listen, man. Roman just want that Oscar, man. He just trying to get ready for that Oscar.
Listen, bro. I know they kind of like really leaning into like Jacob doing real time in jail and shit. But like,
it gets to a point.
It gets to a point. Then you gotta really show niggas. Because if I'm Jacob,
sometimes you gotta pop out and show niggas, bro.
Yo. Listen, niggas can't give me a pin because in my promotion, I'd be like, hey, I'd be like, I'd have told Jacob, make sure when he say this shit to you, you know only one of us did time, right? Like, you know I'll beat your ass in here, right, bro? Stop fucking playing with me. Like, that's really what he should have said because what the fuck?
Oh, my goodness.
The concept of that is just so... First, the segment was very good.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Like,
the segment was very good.
Like I said, it's predictable, but like it's getting the job done. It's being like, all right, like y'all, you for real? Like,
yeah, like I don't want that to get lost and be like completely losing my mind over this shit. The segment was very.
Oh boy, from who used to rap?
Anthony Bowens.
Yeah, is that
he was a part of half the Acclaimed now in the Ops apparently.
What the?
Oh, I don't want that to get lost. I don't want me. Laughing at the shit to get lost. The segment was great. It did everything it needed to do. It sold the match.
Like I said with the CM Punk stuff, you could tell what kind of match it's gonna be.
Yeah.
Like the CM Punk Roman match, high IQ match, strategic, mano a mano, mindset versus mindset. This Roman versus Jacob match, it's
gonna be heavy hitting.
Is that brother shooting?
Yeah. They family. They gonna hit each other hard. But yeah, the sheer idea that you gonna tell a nigga who did real time, who in kayfabe almost died because a nigga that you used to beef with, by the way, threw him off a building, ran his car into his car, dragged him out of the fucking windshield, threw him in chains and beat his ass on live television on a Friday night. The sheer idea that you gonna tell him none of that warrants a world championship. Like, yeah, nigga, take this tongue in death grip. Like, I'm actually gonna fucking kill you. I'm actually gonna fucking kill you.
Nigga, you said my family, my kids go to a good school too. Nah, y'all good. Like, what you mean we good? Like, nigga, I'm over.
All right, nigga. And it's so funny. I didn't even know what he was doing at first. I said, are you grabbing this nigga by the beard, bro? I mean, like that. I mean, if it worked, it worked. But then I started looking. I said, oh, that nigga's hand is around his fucking neck, dog. Like, he might kill this thing.
They tapping him, bro.
Yo, the camera panned back to this nigga Roman, bro.
Like, why this nigga bleeding, bro?
Like, Jacob's lip bleeding. Roman fucking sweating puddles. I said, yeah. Like,
somebody was like, did the AC cut out?
Listen, it has been a... I am very firm in my stance that like the Roman Reigns character is like a piece of shit and like he deserves everything he gets. But I have not felt like that in a long time. Yeah. Like this is the first time where I like in a couple years where I said like, yeah, you absolutely deserve that shit, nigga. Like
at least since the Sammy stuff.
At least since the Sammy stuff. Like that Sammy shit was warranted in my mind.
What's the one with Jay kicked Roman and Roman just sold that shit perfectly, bro?
Like I have not felt like that. That's like that was 2023, 24, something like that. Like it's been like 2-3 years since I really felt like, yeah, he kind of had this coming.
Kind of
like nigga. Jacob did that shit, and I was just like,
you played a stupid game, you got a stupid problem.
Yeah, like, Jacob did that shit, and I just thought to myself, well, like.
Oh, so this
is be worse for you, nigga.
This is why you weren't around that much. Yeah. Okay, all right, that makes sense now. All right.
Now I see why the nigga.
Hey, what Hey, what Jay say? We told to stay away from him. Like,
Yeah, like nah.
we can't have him around, bro.
Ooh. Hey man. Niggas think opposite. Ooh. All right. Oh, before we close out, I wanted to touch on two things. I saw you sent one of the previous backlash cards from I think this is '07 actually.
Hey, the formula has been the same, y'all. We just gotta just
Yeah.
6 minutes, 6 matches. You feel what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
this shit is 6 matches.
Six matches. Also, I want to shout out to them for not dragging this stuff out. We finally getting Roman versus Jacob. That was considered a WrestleMania type match.
Mm-hmm.
Seth and Bron been delayed for a minute. They just let's get this over with. Oscar and EO. Hey, let's get this over with. Hopefully we get tag team title matches with Street Profits and Division. We missing it.
We are getting Oscar and EO.
Yeah.
So far there's nothing from SmackDown, but I'm gonna assume that like it would be Sammy and Trick.
Yeah. So hey,
again, I don't think Cody's clear to compete.
Let's get that out the way.
Yeah. Somebody also posted like, historically Backlash has had some pretty great matches.
Mm-hmm.
And the one you sent in itself was the Fatal 4-Way for the WWE Championship. That was incredible. I hear people talk about that like yearly. Batista and Undertaker in that Last Man Standing match, incredible. Happened in Atlanta, by the way. Great match.
Hey, don't worry. Me, Chris Tyler, we got $4 billion down. Yeah. WrestleMania coming to Atlanta, man.
We got to do something because them niggas will not. I don't know if we just not bidding on that shit or what. Them niggas will not bring that shit to Atlanta, bro. I'm tired.
I forgot what's going on, but like even the All-Star game, was the All-Star game in Atlanta? MLB All-Star game? Did they ever come back?
Yeah, last year.
Okay, yeah, I knew it was something they was delaying, so I don't know what's going on.
For a couple months. No. Yeah, last year.
Like, did Evolution Saturday Night Event not go well last year? Like, what's it go?
It did. My problem is they'll give us like a premium live event and they'll give us some TVs, but like we can never get WrestleMania.
Does Mercedes-Benz not have motion?
It's like we don't even gotta do WrestleMania, bro. Like y'all have multiple stadium shows during the year, bro. Put the Rumble in this bitch, dude. I wouldn't even be mad if y'all took that shit to Truist Park and did the Rumble or something, bro. But god damn.
I don't know what's
like. What do we gotta do?
Like, does MCB not have motion? Like I'm saying,
yeah, Mercedes-Benz seats. I looked it up the other day when I was because I think I was just looking up in terms of the Chris Brown concert or whatever. Because I was wondering, I was like, why didn't he do Mercedes-Benz like when he was doing stadium tours last year? Mercedes-Benz seats like 71,000 when it's not for a football game. So imagine how many it's gonna seat for a wrestling match where all you got to do is worry about the Tron and then the ring. Like, what did we do to you niggas, bro? Like, let me know. Are y'all taking WrestleMania 27 out on us? We didn't book that shit. We didn't tell you to do it. But also a former after WrestleMania pay-per-view, Extreme Rules. The 2012 edition was 14 years ago today. Had some absolute bangers. Of course, that one was the Brock Lesnar and was headlined by Brock Lesnar and John Cena in a Extreme Rules match. Incredible shit, honestly. One of the most nonsensical spots ever. I still don't know why Brock Lesnar leaped over them fucking steps, but it was great. It was a Falls Counts Anywhere match there with Randy Orton and Kane. Sheamus and Daniel Bryan after the 5-minute WrestleMania debacle had one of the better matches I've ever seen on a B-level pay-per-view. There was a women's championship. Like, it was a lot of good stuff on there. So I say that to say, like, between the Backlash that we were just discussing and then this Extreme Rules pay-per-view, like, they do pretty well historically with like the pay-per-views after WrestleMania. So far it does look off to a good start. Like I said, I hope they consider upping the formula from just 5 matches to like 6, maybe 7. We did Evolution. Evolution had about 7 matches, and Evolution is still like by a wide margin.
Pay-per-view show of the year, PLE. I'm sorry, PLE of the year.
Mm-hmm. So I would hope that they take away from that and do that. And the opportunity is there, like we said. Granted, like we also said, May is pretty loaded for them on the event side. Clash, Backlash, Saturday night's main event in the month, I think. So there's plenty of room to do that. or to I guess get people on cards or whatever. But let's pray they decide to do the right thing.
Yeah, hopefully they keep the strip of having like decent matches at these events, not just like fillers. Let's hopefully Big Dog stays true to his word and he's at every PLE doing something.
Yeah. So far so good though, bro. Like Jesus, Darby. So far so good. Again, I have no problem giving credit where it's due. All I want is for my world champion to be on TV. So far he has been here every week since WrestleMania, and was on the last Raw before WrestleMania. So we're like 3, maybe 4 weeks in a row. And he's supposed to be there next week too. So that's all we want. We want our world champions to show up and to defend the belt, of course. But that's not Roman Reigns exclusive. Like they got to start booking niggas in championship matches when they have belts and not just not booking them at all. So yeah, I am excited. Backlash should be fun. I believe the next time we're back would be the week after Backlash. So the predictions will be on social media. But we will be able to review this the following week. And by then, some more call-ups will have been done, so we'll get a better impression of
more clear picture.
Yeah, more clear picture of like what's going on with the roster. Also, fingers crossed, like Cody is cleared by then, and we can figure out, the state of the WWE Championship and what's next. They aren't making them relinquish it, which makes me think like, this will be cleared up pretty soon. But yeah, man. I'm excited. It's basically a new season in WWE. Yeah. We got some new star players. We got Trick Willie at the forefront on SmackDown. Javon still doing big things on Raw. Oba doing big things, of course. Like, I think we're in for a very fun year.
Yeah. Really a good summer.
A good summer. Hopefully a fun year. Obviously this is largely dependent on if niggas at TKO stay the fuck up out the business, but they love to come back around during the big shows, so we don't know.
Yeah. Shout out Cody for that promo, man. You moved.
Yeah. I love when niggas shoot on TKO. And they say, "Hey, send your best or stay on my fucking business," and they ain't did neither yet, to be honest. So yeah, man. This has been actually, and another thing. I don't know who running them video packages down in NXT, man. Let's stop using AI, dog. That shit looked awful.
They did that with her when she first came up too. So I'm not.
Yeah, that shit was,
I'm not going deep too down on that, but yeah, that's kind of lazy.
They had somebody on the screen who was supposed to be Sol Ruka, and I was like, "What are y'all doing? What is this? Stop."
Yeah. Oh, congrats, Bianca and Montez.
Oh yeah, boy. Montez, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Hey, that nigga Triple H said, "Man, like." You're gonna have to come back and work for this check, right? You done took my golden goose out. She been gone for a year, nigga. You done took the golden goose, nigga. You gonna have to come back and work for the check. I respect it though. Glad the Prophet's back on TV. But yes, congratulations, Bianca and Montez. She's 6 months pregnant, by the way.
Hey,
she was 6 months pregnant.
Listen, the time
and still has abs.
So you said 6?
She's 6 months pregnant. She's 6 months pregnant.
Yeah.
And it is supposed to be a baby boy.
Yeah, Hunter told him, hold on, listen, you're going to be out for a while. You might as well do it now or never. You're going to wait till you sign them retirement papers.
Hunter told that nigga, yeah.
Listen, this is your only chance. You better not blow it.
Hunter, you bring her back. I mean, no, you know what? Hunter said, look.
It's your one chance.
Hunter said, look, bro.
Don't fumble it or else y'all go.
They said, her finger already fucked up.
You better do it now.
You better do it now. Because if I find out you did that shit, or if she was ready to go, you going to be a catering again. But
I got one more hot take. Backlash is in Florida. You know who's from Florida?
I swear to God, if you say Dwayne.
Who?
I swear to God, if you say Dwayne.
Oh no.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Naomi.
Oh, I don't know how long it's been.
It's been 10 months. It's been almost a year because she was 11 months.
Yeah. Well, when was Clash in Paris? She was
pregnant at Evolution, right?
Yeah, because they said July. It was like 8 weeks. So she
that
for
was
sure.
July. So 2 months before that is
SummerSlam was in August. Clash was supposed to be late August, right?
Yeah.
Well, even if she like sent, she's had it for sure. They said
no, but she was pregnant at They said she was pregnant at Evolution.
Yeah.
So that was July.
No, taking a jaded when you're pregnant. The taking a jaded off
Through
the
the
top
table,
rope
yeah.
when you're pregnant.
So that was July. So at least June. It's been 10.
So I would say this. I would be pleasantly surprised.
She didn't even got to wrestle. She just got to show up. I think.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, if that's the case, then
yeah,
yes.
She just got to show up.
But I was about to say, I would be pleasantly surprised if she came back to wrestling that soon.
Yeah. No, she just got.
I do think.
That's my hot take. Sprinkle it in. You heard it here first. Naomi at Backlash. I don't know who going. Well, damn. Of course, Roman gonna close the show. So I don't know.
Yeah. No, he's absolutely closing that bitch. There's nothing on the card right now that is worth like making him open that shit and go home early. Like, if Cody was on the card, maybe you got to think about it depending on the program. But no, he ain't even on the card. So yeah, that nigga's closing the show for sure. But as far as Naomi, I think it'll be this summer for sure.
Yeah, like I said, you can just have her sneak in there at Backlash. I don't know what she does. If it's first night, she just got to be there, man. We got to see her, man. That would light it up. Yeah, glow it up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But yeah, the next time we are here, we'll be able to fully talk about Backlash. Of course, we'll do a little Raw review, hopefully a little SmackDown review, depending on what happens. But until then, episode 35 of the Off the Top Rope podcast, man. Incredible episode. Roman Reigns, watch your mouth next time you in that ring with Jacob Fatu. Because it can happen to you again.
It can get sticky.
But as always, I am Chris on the South Side with all on Twitter. We'll have the greatest tag team in the world. And my partner.
It's your boy Barry, man. Pistons in 7. You heard it here first.
Peace.
Stamp it.